Hello, in this video I'm going to be working through 4 different product rule questions and I'll timestamp each question below so you can easily skip to the next one if you don't like the look of the question I'm doing. Now some of these questions also involve the chain rule, but where I use the chain rule I'll explain it, and I'll also link the video I've made on the chain rule below so you can watch that if you don't know how to do the chain rule. So let's start off with the first one, where we need to find the derivative of 3x cubed plus 2x all multiplied by e to the power of 4x. And so in this example my function u is going to be equal to 3x cubed plus 2x, and my function v is just going to be e to the power of 4x. So we're going to get the derivative of u is 9x squared plus 2, and the derivative of v, if we use the chain rule, we would get that it's 4e to the power of 4x. Now we've got all of these derivatives, we can find dy by dx, and we get that it's going to be equal to, well, it's going to be u multiplied by the derivative of v, so that's going to be 4e to the power of 4x multiplied by 3x cubed plus 2x, and then we just have to add on to that v multiplied by the derivative of u, so e to the power of 4x multiplied by 9x squared plus 2. And you could leave your derivative like that if you wanted to, or you could factor out the e to the 4x from both of your terms, and if you do that you would get e to the power of 4x multiplied by, well, from this first term we've got 4 multiplied by that, so we could simplify that to 12x cubed plus 8x, and then just add on whatever this second term here is, so 9x squared plus 2, and that would be a simplified version of our derivative. So example 2, we need to find the derivative of 2x squared multiplied by cos of x, so u could be 2x squared and v can be cos of x. So derivative of u, that's pretty easy, that's just going to be 4x, and the derivative of v is going to be negative sine of x. So once again, to find dy by dx, we're going to be doing u multiplied by the derivative of v, which gives us negative 2x squared sine of x, and then we just have to add on to that the function v multiplied by the derivative of u, which is plus 4x cosine of x. And so that would be our derivative, and you probably could factor out negative 2x from both terms if you wanted to, but it's not going to make too much difference, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Example 3, we want to take the derivative of 2x plus 3 multiplied by the natural log of x squared plus 1. And so in this example, my u is going to be 2x plus 3, and my v is going to be the natural log of x squared plus 1. So derivative of u is just 2, and the derivative of v, we're going to have to use the chain rule, and I'll show you the steps for this one. So we could let u equal x squared plus 1, and so now the function v is going to be the natural log of u. And so we could find du by dx, which is going to be 2x, and we could find dv by du, which is just going to be 1 over u. And so to get the derivative, we can just multiply these two things together, or two derivatives together, and we would get 2x over u, which is the same as 2x over x squared plus 1. So now we've got our derivatives, we can find dy by dx by doing, as always, u multiplied by the derivative of v, and if we do that we would get 2x multiplied by 2x plus 3, all divided by x squared plus 1, and then we just have to add on to that the function v multiplied by the derivative of u, so plus 2 times the natural log of x squared plus 1. Now let's look at the final example where we need to take the derivative of e to the x all multiplied by the square root of x cubed plus 3. And so in this example the function u is going to be e to the x and v is going to be the square root of x cubed plus 3, which we could actually write as x cubed plus 3 all to the power of 1/2, because doing that is just going to make it a bit easier, I think, for me to take the derivative. So derivative of u is just going to be e to the x, and again we're going to use the chain rule to find the derivative of v, and we could say u is equal to x cubed plus 3, so v is going to be u to the power of 1/2. So derivative of u with respect to x is just going to be 3x squared, and derivative of v with respect to u is 1/2 u to the power of 1 negative half, which we could write as 1 over 2 square root u. And again, multiplying these two derivatives together gives us the derivative of v with respect to x, and so we get that that's equal to 3x squared divided by 2 multiplied by u square root u, which is x cubed plus 3. And so now we find dy by dx, so we're going to do u multiplied by the derivative of v, so we're going to get 3x squared e to the x all divided by 2 square root x cubed plus 3, And then we're just going to add on to that the function v multiplied by the derivative of u, which is going to be e to the x multiplied by the square root of x cubed plus 3. And that is going to be our derivative. So hopefully this video was useful. If it was, subscribe, like, share, and check out all of the other tutorials on my channel. And thanks for watching.